Right now, MrBeast has more subscribers than the population of most countries on Earth. He's given away private islands, funded surgeries for thousands of people, built entire supermarkets, and handed out the food for free. His name is synonymous with the word YouTube in a way almost nobody else has ever achieved, but here's what most people never think about. Before all of that, before the world knew his name, before the viral videos, before the hundreds of millions of followers, there was a screen showing one number: 0 to 0 subscribers, 0 views, 0 reason for anyone to believe something extraordinary was coming. Every creator starts at 0. But not every creator gets out of it, so the real question isn't how big MrBeast became. We all know the answer to that. The real question is this: how long did it actually take him to get the first 1,000 people to care? That number, 1,000, might sound small today, but the story behind it, that's the story most people never hear. Here's something interesting about creator timelines. When you look back at a massive channel from the outside, the early years tend to get compressed. People skip straight to the moment things exploded. The viral video, the big break, the turning point. But what happened before that? What was MrBeast doing when nobody was watching? When the channel existed, but barely anyone knew it did? When he was posting videos into what felt like a complete void? The first 1,000 subscribers on any channel aren't just a number. They're proof that something real is happening. They represent the moment when a creator graduates from talking to themselves to actually having an audience, small as it is. And for MrBeast, getting there was not a quick process. Based on early public channel history, his first uploads date back to when he was a young teenager. The content was rough. The production was basic. The thumbnails looked nothing like what you'd see from him today. And yet, he kept going. The question is, for how long before anyone noticed? We're going to walk through the whole thing, from the very first upload to the moment that counter finally hit 4 digits. Most people don't realize how young MrBeast was when he started. He wasn't a college student with free time and a media degree. He was a kid, a teenager in Greenville, North Carolina, making videos in his bedroom with whatever he had available. The earliest content on the channel wasn't the elaborate challenges he'd eventually become famous for. It was gaming content, let's plays, commentary. The kind of stuff millions of teenagers were uploading at the time, and the views reflected that. A few dozen views. Maybe 100 on a good day. Most videos sitting in the single-digit range for weeks. Here's the part that gets overlooked. That stage, the 0 to nothing stage, is where almost every creator quits. Not because they're not talented, but because silence is brutal. There's no feedback loop, no validation, no signal that anything you're doing is working. You upload a video, you check the analytics, you see a handful of views, most of them probably yourself, and you have to decide, do you keep going or do you accept that this isn't working? Most people, at that point, walk away. MrBeast didn't walk away, he kept uploading, kept experimenting, kept trying different things even when the numbers said nothing was clicking. And that early period, based on what's been documented and discussed publicly, stretched on for a long time. Longer than most people imagine when they hear his name today. The thing about slow growth is that it doesn't feel like growth when you're inside it. Each new subscriber was real. Each one was a person somewhere out there who clicked a button and said, in a small way, I want to see more of this. But when you're the one staring at the screen, going from 30 to 40 over the course of a week feels almost meaningless. This is the phase nobody makes documentaries about. The long middle, the part where nothing is happening, fast enough to make a good story. And the only thing keeping the channel alive is the stubbornness of the person running it. MrBeast hit 100 subscribers at some point during this period, 100 people. A small classroom, a single section of a school auditorium. For most channels, 100 subscribers takes a few weeks. For some, a few months. Based on early channel timelines that have been discussed publicly, for MrBeast, this early stretch was measured in months, not days, and still he kept going. Videos that almost nobody watched. Content being refined in real time, even when the results weren't showing up in the numbers. 250 subscribers, half of what we're counting toward. Something was still missing. The channel existed, but it hadn't found its version of itself yet. And without a clear identity that audiences could connect to, growth would stay slow, but something was beginning to shift. At some point, MrBeast started doing something different, not overnight. Not with one magic video that suddenly cracked the algorithm. But gradually, over a period of experimentation, the content started evolving. The gaming content gave way to more personality-driven videos, more challenges, more ideas that felt like they came from someone genuinely obsessed with what made people watch. He started studying YouTube, not casually, obsessively, watching other channels, analyzing what worked, reaching out to other creators, thinking about structure, about thumbnails, about hooks, and the personality started coming through more clearly. The energy, the willingness to go bigger and try things that felt slightly ridiculous. That's often the real turning point for a creator. Not a viral moment, but a clarity moment. When the person behind the camera finally figures out who they are on screen. 500 subscribers, halfway there. And now the count was starting to feel different. Less like dragging a boulder uphill. More like momentum building underneath something. But the most important moment, the one we've been building toward, was still ahead. 600. The videos are getting sharper. The ideas are getting bolder. Something is clicking. Each subscriber at this stage isn't just a number. It's a person who found the channel through something, a recommendation, a search result, a friend, and decided it was worth staying for. 700, 300 away. And this is where the momentum starts to feel real. Not just statistically, emotionally. There's a difference between grinding through the early hundreds and pushing through the final stretch toward a landmark number, 800 subscribers. Based on early channel documentation and creator interviews, this phase of the journey wasn't instant. It was accumulated, video by video, week by week, sometimes month by month. The channel is still small. By any reasonable internet standard, it's basically invisible. But the people who are there, they're actually watching. Something about what this creator is doing is starting to land. 900, 100 left. This is the part that gets creators in a strange place. Close enough to see the milestone, but still far enough that nothing is guaranteed. The anxiety of almost there, mixed. With the fear of what if it stalls. 900, 50, 979, 185, 993, 199, 1,000 subscribers. There it is, based on publicly available information and interviews. MrBeast has given over the years. The journey from 0 to his first 1,000 subscribers took an estimated 1 to 2 years, possibly more, depending on which uploads mark the official beginning of the channel. Let that sit for a moment. The person who would eventually become the most subscribed individual creator in YouTube history spent years in the single and double-digit subscriber range, years uploading content that the internet largely ignored. Years before the first 1,000 people cared. That is not a failure story. That is the story, because those 1,000 people, whoever they were the foundation. Without them, there's no path to 10,000, no path to 1,000,000, no path to where things eventually went. The first 1,000 are always the hardest. And for MrBeast, it took exactly as long as it needed to. Here's what's easy to miss when you look at a channel this big from the outside. The success didn't start when the numbers got huge. It started in the quiet years. The years when there was no reward, no algorithm boost, no brand deal waiting at the other end. Just a teenager in North Carolina who kept making videos because he was genuinely obsessed with the craft. The first 1,000 subscribers don't come from going viral. They come from refusing to quit when quitting makes complete sense. Most creators who are at 0 right now will never make it to 1,000. Not because they lack talent, but because the wait between effort and reward is longer than most people are willing to accept. But for the people who stay in it, who treat the early silence as part of the process rather than proof that it's not working, the counter eventually moves. It always eventually moves. That's the part MrBeast figured out before almost anyone else did at his age. Patience isn't passive. It's a skill. One of the hardest ones in this business. And once you have it, everything else becomes possible. But MrBeast isn't the only creator with a story like this. Some of the biggest channels on the internet spent years invisible. Some took longer to reach their first 1,000 than they took to reach their first 1,000,000. Some almost quit at 500. Some did quit and came back. Next, we're going to look at another creator who struggled just as hard in the early days, someone whose journey to their first milestone will genuinely surprise you. The story starts at 0. It always does.